High snap, play action, Nichols underneath, caught, gets away from one tackler, gets away from two tacklers, down the sidelines, one man to beat, stutter step, getting away to the end zone, number 8, Dylan Talley, touchdown, Bowie.
Robertson in motion, Craven's back to pass, goes across the middle, Ghostin holds it in, he's gonna go to the touchdown, to the house, Cravens to Ghostin, Colt, touchdown!
As a tight end, pulls a guard, Bauer finds the hole, follows the pulling guard, cuts outside, bounces outside to the 20, 10, 15, 5, touchdown, Bowers, touchdown, Bowie!
Out of the stretch. Sky towards left center field. The wind is carrying it. Is it gone? It is! Jackson Irons with a 2-run shot over the left center field fence. He'll plate Wharton, and it's 6-4. There's still an insurance run that is about to get driven in on this base hit. Flores delivers the insurance run. Burkle out of position. They've got to pass, and they've got to go! Patomeco with the pass. Mirario has a bit of a look. Shot on goal, and he gets it in! Two tight end set here as we go to the left-hand side with B.J. Rogers. Rogers is into the second level. B.J. Rogers to midfield. One man trying to catch up to him, but he will not. Number 6 in for 6. That will do it.
This broadcast is under intellectual property and may not be repurposed or reproduced without express written consent. Enjoy this presentation from Zach Arnold Productions. Energetic Media Solutions.
It's game day in Haltom City, Texas, and Zap has the action you're looking for. Broadcasting live, it's Texas High School Baseball presented by John Wade Roofing. The pregame show is coming up right after this.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage, or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Test, 1, 2, test. Test, 1, 2, test, test. Technical difficulties, trying to fix. Test, 1, 2, test, test. Test, 1, 2.
Yes. Oh, you sure? You wish for okay, so one. Yes. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay, now one. Audio input capture. Audio output capture. Okay. Right. He could hear you. Yes. Okay. 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 Now what? Click OK. Okay. Device. Okay. Okay. Okay, I did it.
London Prater, the fourth batter of the inning, just hit a double to the left field wall, moving Mason Hensley in front of him. Colts have runners at second and third with 2 outs here. And number 20, Abe Alvarado, coming to bat. Alvarado steps in. We've had some major technical difficulties as we got started this afternoon, but we've got it worked out, and we've got Colts at second and third with 2 outs. First pitch to Abe Alvarado is a called strike 1. We apologize for the technical problems that we experienced. It was a problem with our mixer. We had to take the mixer offline and bring it back online again. And I believe we're ready to go with this district opener here with your Colts with 2 runners in scoring position. Abe gets a hold of this one, but fouls it over to the right side. First baseman Jose Arriaga is giving chase, but it's going to go foul. It comes back, and everybody's going to get set again. Gavin Orozco is the pitcher on the mound for the Haltom Buffaloes in this first game district action for your Colts. Arlington and Buffaloes vying for District 8 6A action here. Next pitch is high and way inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter Abe Alvarado, the number 5 hitter for the Colts, playing third base for them this afternoon. Mason Hensley at third, London Prater at second after getting that double off the wall. Roscoe's next wind and delivery is low and in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher Meza, but nobody advances. He caught it before he got out of the batter's circle. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Deuce is running wild everywhere, Mom. Pitch. Swung on and hit off the catcher's glove into center field. That's going to score 1 run. Womack, Raven London Prater around the base. He's going to score. The Colts play 2 runs here early in the first inning. That's the first run scored by the Colts this afternoon, and it's the first taco tally. All first runs of the game are presented by Taqueria Taco Express this season. Visit any of their 4 locations on Taco Tuesday for their $10 meal special. Colts get their first 2 runs in as Hensley comes in from third to score. Prater comes in from second to score. It's 2-0 Arlington as Abe Alvarado hits him in with the base hit. He's at first. Jeremiah Taylor, the catcher, is up to the bat. Good way to start off this district action for the Arlington offense in the top of the first inning as Jeremiah Taylor fouls that one back. It'll be no balls and 2 strikes on him quickly. Colts wearing their new black tops, black bottoms with a bright green pinstripe and green letters, green belt. It's one of the sharpest uniforms I've seen for them, especially for this road game opener. That first pitch is low and outside for ball 1 to Taylor. The Haltom Buffaloes are wearing a bright orange jersey top with black buffs in script across the chest and white pants. Orozco comes set for the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Taylor. He's out swinging, but not before the Colts put up 2 runs to get us started. This is a great start for the Colts to come out of the gate, even though we missed a little bit of the action, but we're glad to catch up with you and get back into the action here. We're going to go to commercial. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Taqueria Taco Express is now the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 in Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com.
If you're like me and need printed materials to get your brand out there to the community, then you need Eka Signs. Conveniently located in central Arlington, Eka features a wide selection of shirts, hats, banners, yard signs, acrylics, magnets for your car, magnets for your fridge, tumblers, A-frames, and more. Call Eka at 817-617-2229 for more information and tell them Zap sent you.
Yeah. Fans, during our technical difficulties, we were not able for you to hear the Chapman Cornelius pregame show. We apologize for that, but the pregame show is presented by Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services, Inc., a family-owned business with a team of professionals who have served the Arlington area for over 50 years. Don't let insurance be a headache. Chapman Cornelius can help you create a custom insurance plan tailored to your small business's needs and budget. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346 or go to www.chapman-cornelius.com. Let me set the Colt defense for you as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning. Matthew Witt at first base, Hayden White at second, Abraham Alvarado over at third, Mason Hensley at short, Yadier Gomez left field, Gannon Howard center, London Prater right. The battery, Jeremiah Taylor behind the plate, and on the mound, Danny Bustamante.
So, Pops, one thing I noticed as the Colts were batting at the top of the inning is they came out today swinging those bats more. They weren't just looking at pitches coming by them. They were actively swinging foul balls, making that bat move and not just standing there flat-footed looking.
Yep, and I'm keeping tally of the runners in scoring position, and both of the runners we had in scoring position in that first inning came in to score. So that's a really good trend. I'm going to try and recap some of the pregame notes that I read when it was silent, when the mixer wasn't working, as Bustamante's first pitch to the leadoff batter, Tyler Miklich, is called strike one. The Buffaloes will be leading off Tyler Miklich, the shortstop. Enrique Meza, the catcher, is on deck, and Gavin Orozco, the pitcher, is in the hole. So Miklich, Mesa, and Orozco, 1-2-3. No balls and 2 strikes for Bustamante. The 0-2 pitch, low and in the dirt for ball 1. Beautiful night here for baseball. The temperature is just right. A little bit of wind. There's a called strike 3 for Danny Bustamante to the leadoff batter. Caught Tyler Miklich looking on 4 pitches. Good start for Bustamante. That'll bring up Enrique Mesa, the catcher. We read earlier that Mesa is one of the second-teamer returners from last season, and he is committed to Tyler Junior College, so he'll be playing at the next level. First pitch to him is a called strike 1. The umpire behind the plate is a diminutive little fellow, and he's pointing away from us. It's hard to see what he's calling. Next pitch is ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Enrique Mesa. That calls a called strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mesa. Bustamante working ahead in the count early on here. The 1-2 pitch, down a little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, there's a contrast in how the Buffaloes are handling this first inning. They're watching these pitches and not swinging the bats much.
That pitch was fouled at the plate, rolling around in the dirt. Jeremiah Taylor picks it up, gets it back to Danny Bustamante. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think that might be the first time we've seen him swing a bat.
That was a little bit high. Count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the batter at Mesa. Bustamante comes set on the mound. And the payoff pitch. Called strike 3. 2 backwards Ks in a row for Danny Bustamante. 2 outs in the inning now. Nobody on base, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Gavin Orozco. Pitcher on pitcher here. Orozco trying to spark something to get things started for his team as Danny Bustamante's offense spotted 2 runs for him coming into this bottom of the first inning. Umpire called time before that pitch came in. Orozco got tired of waiting on his counterpart. On deck, should he get the chance, Damian Bates, the center fielder for the Buffs. First pitch is a called strike 1 to Orozco. No balls, 1 strike. A 1 pitch down in the dirt, gets a little bit of skitters away from Taylor, but no damage done, nobody on base. 1 ball, 1 strike to Orozco. Bustamante comes set in the 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Bustamante ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning here. Early in the ball game. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit out to third base. It's going to be picked up there by Alvarado across the diamond to win, and that is the 3rd out. The 5-3 put out will end the inning for the Buffaloes. We'll take you into commercial. This is high school baseball on Zach Arnold Productions, presented by John Wade Roofing. We have a new advertiser for you on Zap. Page's Pretty Roots is a Texas-based crafter with a passion for handmade crafts and creative ways to stay healthy. From shirts, rugs, and keychains to sugar scrubs and moisturizers, Page's Pretty Roots has creative custom creations you're sure to enjoy. Find out more by visiting Etsy.com and searching for the page that has it all. Page's Pretty Roots, using nature to nurture. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
Welcome back to action here from Buffalo Field on the campus of Haltom High School for the opener of the District 8-6A campaign. Arlington Colts taking on the Haltom Buffaloes at their home ballpark. And the Colts are already out 2-0, Mom. Doing a good job in that first inning, getting bat on ball. And then Busta came out with a strong start with 2 consecutive backward Ks and a ground out to third.
You know, last week when we were playing at Boswell, we saw about 6 or 8 of the Haltom players come in and sit in the stands for a while. I think Busta may have been pitching that night.
He was.
They sat and watched for a while and got up and left. They didn't stay through the whole. They didn't stay
for the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hayden White leading off for the Colts. He's got a 1-ball count to him. Low for ball 2. Hayden White leading off. Gannon Howard on deck. And Yadier Gamez in the hole. 1, 2, 3 for the Colts. It's their 7, 8, 9 hole hitters to lead off the top of the second. That ball's fouled into the Haltom dugout. 2 balls and 1 strike to this inning's leadoff hitter, Hayden White. White playing second base for the Colts this evening, as he usually does. Orozco's wind and the 2-1 pitch. That curveball looked like it was a little high when it came in, but it was called a strike by the umpire. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Hayden White. Orozco's wind and the 2-2 pitch. Another curveball that's swung through, and that's the first strikeout for Orozco tonight. Swinging strike for Hayden White sends him down. Gannon Howard now goes to the bat for the Colts. His first appearance this evening. Gannon playing center field as he usually does. Yadier Gamez now on deck. Should he get the chance, Danny Bustamante in the hole for the Colts. 1 away, nobody on. Colts up 2-0 so far. First delivery, swung on and hit to center field. It's going to go in the gap. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Howard going around second, steaming into second. Coach is telling him, come on to third. Howard running to third. The close coming in. And he stands up at third with a lead off triple. Not a lead off, but the second hit. Triple for Gannon Howard. Exciting play for the Colts.
That is one of the most exciting plays in baseball.
Zach and I have about decided that maybe the squeeze sacrifice bunt is a very exciting play as well. But, boy, you can't knock a 3-bagger like that on that hit that went right between Bates and Nelson in right field and went all the way to the wall. So with Howard taking up position at third base, Gamez his first at bat tonight. Bustamante moves into the on-deck circle. First delivery from Orozco is high for ball 1. Colts with a runner in scoring position down there at third base, and with only 1 out, looking to bring him home to add to the lead. Orozco comes set. Pitch to Howard is a called strike 1. Orozco really has that curveball working tonight. Umpire likes the positioning of it. Colts are going to have to catch up to it eventually. Left-handed batting Gamez with a 1-1 count. The pitch very high. The catcher Enrique Mesa had to stand up and stretch to get that one. Keep it in front of him because he's got a speedy runner in Howard at third base, just 90 feet away. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Orozco delivers. Swung on and hit up the middle. Caught by Miklich. Thrown over to first base for the out. But he gets the sacrifice ribby as Gannon Howard comes in to score. So the 5-3 out works for the Colts' advantage to get a run across. 3-0 Colts now. And that'll take us back to the top of the order for Danny Bustamante, who struck out his first at bat tonight with 2 outs and nobody on base. So that runner in scoring position came in to score again, Mom. 3 runners in scoring position, 3 runs. Bustamante gets under this one and skies it to left field. Left fielder Turner is camping under it, and he's able to haul it in for the 3rd out. The F7 will retire the Colts, but not before they get another run in the inning. It's now 3-0 Arlington, heading into the Buffalo half of the 2nd inning. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Hey, Arlington residents, if you're like me and tired of rising insurance rates, then it's time to make the switch to Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services. Since 1984, they've been your trusted local insurance experts, offering competitive quotes for all your needs. Auto, homeowners, umbrella, renters, boats, and even classic cars. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Compare coverages today and see how much you can save by visiting chapman-cornelius.com. Chapman Cornelius, your local insurance partner since 1984.
Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't with this guy. I don't know.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Extraordinaria y auténtica comida mexicana. Aquí encontrarás el mejor menú para el paladar más exigente. Puedes visitarlos en una de sus 3 sucursales ubicadas en Arlington y en Green Prairie. No te pierdas de su grandioso especial todos los martes, Taco Tuesday, de 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrarnos o hacer un pedido, visítalos a su página web taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Welcome back to the Buffaloes half of the second inning. They'll be sending their 4, 5, 6 hole hitters. Damian Bates, the center fielder, leading off. Ethan Salinas, playing third base tonight, is on deck. And Orlando Reyes, playing second base for the Buffaloes, is in the hole to begin this evening. Danny Bustamante on for his second inning of work. Set the Buffaloes down 1-2-3 with 2 backwards-looking strikeouts, backwards Ks in the scorebook. Good start for Danny Bustamante, who got help from his offense again and put up another run as Arlington comes into this half of the inning up 3-0. Damian Bates will step into the plate. And Busta's first pitch to him is a called strike 1. Again, Bustamante is getting ahead in most of these at-bats so far tonight. It's a good look for him. The 0-1 pitch swung on and foul to the right side over the first base fence. That's strike 2. Bustamante quickly up 0-2 on Damian Bates. Bates' first appearance this evening. And a called looking strikeout. The third looking strikeout for Bustamante so far this evening. 1 out in the inning, nobody on. That'll bring up Ethan Salinas. We're going to have to keep track of the strikeouts too for Bustamante, Ma. Brings up Ethan Salinas, the third baseman. Swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Salinas wasn't so sure about that. He kind of turned and looked at the umpire like, really? The 0-2 pitch coming from Busta. Strike 3 called. Once again, caught looking at the plate. The Buffaloes have 1, 2, 3, 4 looking strikeouts to Bustamante's credit. That'll bring up Orlando Reyes with 2 outs here in the inning and nobody on. Reyes playing second base for the Buffaloes this evening as a crane flies across the sky in front of the near full moon. This ball's hit to right field. London Prater out there camping under it and hauls it in for an easy F9. 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Go the Buffaloes, 2 different innings. We're going to go to commercial. This is High School Baseball on Zap, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Rami Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Rami Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
PDA Advocacy Group would like to remind you that autism is a wide spectrum of neurological differences and it's on the rise, now affecting 1 in 36 Americans and more cases found in males. Those with autism have trouble with social interactions, communication, and can engage in repetitive or self-harming behaviors. While the causes of autism are still being researched, we can begin to learn more by visiting nationalautismassociation.org.
I think that time out a while ago was because of the music.
Welcome back to the campus of Haltom High School here in the northwestern part of the Metroplex for the 8-6A district opener between the Colts and the Buffaloes. Colts are up 3-0 early in this ball game as they come to bat here in the top of the third inning. Colts will send up their 2, 3, 4 hitters. Mason Hensley leading off. Matthew Wynn on deck, and London Prater, who got the double last time up and scored a run, is in the hole. Gavin Orozco on for his third inning of work. First pitch to him is hit to the shortstop, Miklich. Miklich throws across the diamond and throws it away at first base. Arriaga not able to get it. Prater turns the corner and heads into second, sliding, and he's going to make it there safely. So we're going to give him a base hit on that and an error on the shortstop to advance to second base. But nonetheless, the Colts lead off. That's Hensley, I apologize. Hensley rounded the base. So sorry, Coach Colby Hensley. Hensley with the base hit and the rounding second to get to second base. That'll bring up Matthew Wynn, who flied to the second baseman his first at bat. That was during that time when you could see but couldn't hear us early in the first inning. Orozco takes a look at Hensley and comes home with that curveball that's been working for him, and that one works for strike one. Nobody out in the inning. Colts have another runner in scoring position. Let's see if we can continue the trend and bring all these runners home. Mason Hensley at second base. The pitch to Wynn. Swung on and hit in the hole between second and first. Hensley's going to be waved around first. He's coming home. The throw. He slides and he's safe at home. Base hit RBI for Matthew Wynn. And the Colts add another run on as Coach Womack is very aggressive over there at first base with his speedy runner. And Mason Hensley puts the fourth run on the board. And that runner in scoring position comes home once again, Mom. Great trend tonight. That'll bring up London Prater, who hit a double to the wall in his last at bat and ended up scoring a run on Abe Alvarado's base hit. Matthew Wynn at first base. Orozco's pitch, a little bit low for ball one. One ball, no strikes. Nobody out here, runner at first base for the Colts. Next pitch is outside. Enrique Mesa has to dive to his right into the left-handed batter's box in order to keep that one in front of him and keep Matthew Wynn at first base. 2 balls, no strikes to Prater. Throw over to first base, but he gets back standing up, and there's just barely a courtesy tag applied by first baseman Jose Arriaga. Wynn not getting a huge lead over there. But Orozco wanted to make sure he knew he was there. Pitch home. A little bit high. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to the batter, London Prater. Prater playing right field for the Colts tonight. Wynn gets a lead off at first. We would expect Prater to completely lay off in this and make Orozco come home here, taking all the way. We'll see. The 3-0 pitch is high for ball 4. Prater draws the base on balls. That'll push Matthew Wynn down to second base. And with runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning, that'll bring Abe Alvarado to the plate, third baseman for the Colts tonight. Got a base hit his last at bat.
Base hit brings that runner home from second base. It'll be one more time that the Colts move somebody from a scoring position across that plate.
So far, the trend has stayed true tonight. That first pitch to A.M. Alvarado was a little bit high and outside for ball 1. Matthew Wynn at second, London Prater at first. Nobody out in the inning. A.M. Alvarado at bat. Jeremiah Taylor on deck. Hayden White in the hole. 1-0 pitch down in the dirt, ball 2. Abe does a good job of putting his hand up to say that the catcher Mesa had corralled that one and for his runners to stay put. It heads up, signaling there by the batter. Count runs to 2 balls and no strikes. Orozco hasn't thrown a strike in 6 pitches now. Make it 7. Count runs to 3 balls and no strikes.
His catcher's really trying to frame those to convince the umpire that it is lower than it really is, but he's going up and down and having trouble finding the middle of the strike zone.
The 3-0 pitch. That's a called strike. He does find it right down the pipe. 3 balls and 1 strike now. Hitters count to Abe Alvarado. Orozco takes a look at Wynn at second and turns and tosses over there. Wynn is back easily. He does dive in. Unfortunately, he can't get his uniform dirty here because this is an all-turf infield, all-turf outfield. There's brown turf that's supposed to look like the dirt, but there's no way to get your jersey dirty in a beautiful ballpark like this. 3-1 pitch is swung on and hit foul behind the plate. Count runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I saw a Haltom batter a while ago digging his right foot like he was trying to dig a hole in the dirt. He must be used to playing on dirt fields when he was younger.
When they come to Arlington's home field, Colt Field, on Friday night, they'll be playing with real dirt. That curveball is a free pass for Abe Alvarado. It came in a little high and never broke. So 2 walks in a row. Loads the bases up for the Colts. Matthew Wynn goes over to first. Prater down to second. Abe Alvarado at first. And that'll bring up Jeremiah Taylor with the bases loaded and nobody out. JT, the usual catching position this evening. Orozco's first pitch is a high curveball that goes for ball 1. Jeremiah Taylor struck out swinging his first at bat. See if he can put bat on ball here and send it somewhere to get some runs in. We got 3 ducks on the pond here waiting to come home. That pitch is a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Gavin Orozco, it really seems to be struggling, like you said, to find that strike zone right now.
Well, those pitches are coming in high.
And that one's too far inside. 3 balls and no strikes and nowhere to put him. Bases are loaded, full of Colts. And Jeremiah Taylor with a 3-0 count. And he'll be laying off this one most likely, forcing Orozco to put one over the plate. And he does just that. 3 balls and 1 strike on Jeremiah Taylor. Hitters count coming up with the bases full of Colts. And only 1 out in the inning.
Nobody out.
Nobody out, sorry. Pardon me. There's another called strike. Taylor was ready to throw his bat, but the umpire called that one a strike on the outside corner. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hayden White on deck. Gannon Howard, who got the triple last time at bat, is in the hole. 3, that ball's popped up. It's going to be an infield fly. The batter's going to be out no matter if he catches it or not. And there is 1 out on the F6 for Jeremiah Taylor. Bases are still loaded. That'll bring up Hayden White. Hayden struck out his last time at bat. So 1 out here in the inning now. The out's caught up with my call. A little bit of a wind blowing in from right field. First pitch is a called strike 1. Flags are blowing rather briskly in dead center field. Moving from right to left, as you can probably see on your video screen. The 0-1 pitch. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hayden White. Coach Womack talking to his runner at third base. Matthew Wynn looking to come in here. Swung on and tipped right into the glove of the catcher. Count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mom had the count on the scorebug faster than the scoreboard did. Sometimes we find we're more accurate than the scoreboard. That ball is hit to the right side and going to go foul. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hayden White.
Well, I have to confess, in the first inning, I was watching the scoreboard to get my ball and strike count straight, but I think that's because I wasn't used to this umpire yet.
Yeah, we've kind of gotten used to his mannerisms. That ball's hit out to shortstop. Miklich is going to pick it up, toss it to second, and that's all they're going to get. As one runner comes across, Matthew Wynn will come across for the score. London Prater is out at second on the 6-4. And, Abe Alvarado. Bring up Gannon Howard.
Colts have runners on the corners.
Gannon Howard takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and one strike. Runner going, but the hit and run, the ball is fouled off, and Hayden White will have to go back to first base. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Howard. Eddie Argamez on deck should he get the chance. 2 outs in the inning, runners at the corners. The pitch, swung on and hit towards the pitcher, right up the middle, picked up by the second baseman, bounced into first base. Everybody's safe, and the runner scores from third. London Prater comes in for the score. That puts a 6th spot on the board for the Colts. Hayden White goes out to second. Gannon Howard base hit, and that'll bring up Yadier Gomez, who grounded out to third his last time up. 2 outs in the inning. That ball is skied in the infield. The third baseman is getting under it, and he drops it! And the umpire says he was in foul territory, and it's a foul ball. There is, like I said, there's some swirling wind here tonight. Ethan Salinas was able to get under that high pop-up, but as it hit his glove, it hit the heel of the glove and bounced right into his lap and on the ground. Fortunately for him, he was in foul territory, and it's just a foul ball. No balls and 1 strike is the count now to Gomez, sorry. Howard's down at first base. Swung on and hit towards second base. Reyes picks it up, tosses it to first cleanly this time, and the 4-3 putout is the 3rd out of the inning, and we'll start the 4th inning with Busta working in his own favor. And the Colts have put on more runs on the board, put 3 more as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning with the Colts up 6-0. Fans, the 3rd inning is presented by our friends at Ika Signs. Located in the heart of Arlington, they offer same-day production on certain rush orders and offer a wide brand of custom printed materials. Call 817-617-2229 to find out how Ika Signs can help your brand's visibility.
A-frames that bring their A game. The next time you need to get your brand out to the community, go with the printers who are in your community, Ika Signs. With everything from wall signs to banners, printed tees to hats, Ika can even do same-day rush orders on select products. Visit ikasigns.com/shop to see their full list. That's ikasigns.com/shop. Ika Signs, a partner of Zach Arnold Productions.
Welcome back to live action here from Buffalo Field at Haltom High School. The Colts up 6-0 here in the middle of the 3rd inning. Fans, a couple of facts about the Colts that we missed in the pregame because of our mixer error. Arlington is currently 5-8 on the season, with 2-3 at the Drew Medford Memorial Tournament this last weekend. They played against some very competitive teams in that tournament. Lake Belton and Fort Worth Boswell are both highly ranked in their respective districts. Fort Worth Boswell is ranked 15th in the state right now. And after those 2 difficult setbacks, the Colts used a huge 7th inning rally and batting around twice to beat Richland the next day, 6-3, and then finished off that doubleheader on Saturday with a win against Lake Ridge, Mansfield Lake Ridge, 5-4. So had a really good tournament in the Drew Medford, playing some tough teams that are getting them ready for this tournament. London Nelson up first for the Buffaloes. Jose Arriaga in the hole. Matthew Turner in the I'm sorry, Arriaga on deck, Matthew Turner in the hole. Bustamante on for his third inning of work. First pitch is a ball. That pitch catches the corner for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Landon Nelson. 1-1 pitch, a little bit low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 delivery. Clutch catches that right down the pike for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here early in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Buffalo's had a little powwow at first base. And that ball's tipped right into Jeremiah Taylor's glove for another strikeout. This one's swinging. First out of the inning. 5 strikeouts for Bustamante on the inning thus far. And that'll bring up the 8-hole hitter, Jose Arriaga. Arriaga playing first base this evening for the Buffaloes. One out in the inning. Bustamante's winding his first delivery to Arriaga. Called strike 1. A 1 pitch, a little bit low and away for ball 1. Ball 1, 1-1, and nobody on base, and 1 out in the inning here for the Haltom Buffaloes. That one's chopped at the plate, and it's going to be foul as it comes right back over here towards our broadcast booth. Coach Krosno comes out and makes the play. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Jose Arriaga. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Gets away from Taylor, but he picks it up and tags Arriaga as he walks back to the dugout. 2nd strikeout out of the inning, 6th strikeout of the game. And that'll bring up Matthew Turner, the left fielder for the Buffaloes, with 2 outs in the inning and nobody on base. Danny Bustamante walks around the mound and takes a little stretch. His first pitch home is a little bit high for ball 1. This is Turner's first at bat this evening. As so far, Bustamante has set the Buffaloes 1-2-3, 1-2-3 in the first 2 innings. Looking to do it here in the bottom of the 3rd. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Matthew Turner. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back behind the backstop, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Matthew Turner. 2 strikeouts in the inning so far for Danny Bustamante. All of his pitches seem to be working so far tonight. The 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. 3 strikeouts in a row for Danny Bustamante to set the Buffs up and down. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Colts up 6-0. We'll step away and take a little break. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades, and they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com.
Trying to catch up on what we
Looking for the most unique gift for your student or athlete? Local Legends Figures has you covered. The custom 6-inch figures are designed with you and your legend in mind. They even immortalize yours truly with a custom, never-before-used model to create a Zach the Voice figure for my 30th birthday. Huge thanks to our friends at Local Legends Figures. See pricing and place orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
That problem with the mixer wasn't me.
Ready?
Are we right? Welcome back to the Colt half of the 4th inning. Colts up 6-0. Be sending the 1-2-3 hitters, the top of the order, to the plate this inning. Mom, the Buffaloes come into district play with the best record in the district so far and some great momentum. Coach Chris Howard's team is off to a 10-4 start in the 2025 season, equaling their total number of wins from the season ago last year, the 10 wins. Bustamante, Hensley, and Wynn, 1-2-3, leading off this top of the 4th inning. Orozco on for another inning of work here as this first pitch is fouled off for strike one. Bustamante with a strikeout and a fly to left field in his first two at-bats so far this evening. Looking to straighten one out here and help his own cause. Swung on and missed. Orozco up 0-2 to his counterpart, Danny Bustamante. Orozco gets the sign, the wind, and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit the left field. It's a high arcing ball. The left fielder's chasing it. It's off the wall at the base of the wall. Turner can't get it. Bustamante around first and cruises into second base with a standoff double to lead off the top of the fourth inning. You just figured it was a matter of time before Bustamante was going to straighten one out. And boy, he sent a rocket to left field there to lead off with a double. That'll bring up Mason Hensley, everyday shortstop for the Colts. He has scored 2 of the 6 runs so far this evening. Got a base hit in his last at bat and scored a run. Having a very good evening is Hensley. The first pitch from Orozco is down low for ball 1. Matthew Wynn on deck for the Colts. London Prater in the hole. Orozco steps off behind the plate, takes a look at the runner at second base. His counterpart, pitcher Danny Bustamante back there. Orozco now comes set, and the 1-0 pitch, high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Mason Hensley. Left-handed batting, shortstop for the Colts. Orozco takes a look at Busta. Shortstop sneaking in. The pitch home is a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Hensley. Orozco still taking a look at Bustamante. Tyler Mikulich holding him close out there. The second baseman, Reyes, playing in his normal position. That pitch is a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Mason Hensley. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Orozco. Danny Bustamante out at second. 2-2 pitch. A little bit high for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count now. Orozco takes his time looking for the sign, comes set, and payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled over the third base dugout. Count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bustamante getting a moderate lead out there at second base. Mikulich feigning in on him. The 3-2 pitch swung and hit to the second baseman, Reyes, who throws it on to first for the out, but that will push Bustamante over to third. Basically, Hensley with the sack moving the runner along on the 4-3 putout. 1 out in the inning now, runner at third. Matthew Wynn coming up to the plate. Wynn flew to second base his first at bat, got a base hit, and scored a run last inning. London Prater on deck. His first pitch to Matthew Wynn is a called strike 1. Busta at third with 1 out. The 0-1 pitch to Wynn. Swung on and shot down the left field line. We'll have to see what the umpire says. It looks like it's going to go foul. We are obscured here in our position on the left field, on the third base side of the field. And about the time the ball gets about 3/4 down the line, we lose sight of it. So we have to turn to the umpires and see whether it's fair or foul. And that one was just a little bit foul. Count runs to no balls and 2 strikes on the batter Wynn. That ball is hit to the right side. So he pulls one just a little bit in the last at bat, pushes one a little bit on this at bat, on this swing. Count remains 0-2. Orozco comes set. And another 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit towards left center this time. The center fielder is cruising over there, and he's going to make the catch. Damian Bates makes the catch, but Bustamante tags and comes across the plate. The 7th run for the Colts here this evening. Matthew Wynn with the sack RBI for the 2nd out of the inning. F8 is the scorebook score, and that'll bring out London Prater. 2 outs in the inning now, nobody on base, as the Colts are doing a good job tonight getting those runners in scoring position home.
They're playing lots of small ball here. Just move them on.
First pitch to Prater swung on and missed for strike 1. Big swing there. I couldn't tell if it was the breeze coming at us or the wind off his bat. The 0-1 delivery. Called strike 2. Prater down 0-2. Got a big double his first at bat. Walked and scored a run in the 3rd inning. Orozco's 0-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and hit up the middle. The second baseman bobbles it and boots it away from him, and Prater will be on with what I've got to score as an E4. The second baseman, Reyes, got his glove on the ball, and then he booted it. I'm not sure he would have had to been able to turn and throw across his body to get Prater, but still, getting your glove on the ball and booting it seems to indicate an error. So Prater on board at first base. Abe Alvarado up, holding down the hot corner for the Colts tonight. 2 outs in the inning. He's got a base hit and a walk to his credit. First pitch is ball 1. Should he get the opportunity, Jeremiah Taylor taking some practice swings on deck. But there are 2 outs in the inning.
And thus he has his part of his gear on already to come back in and catch.
That ball is hit to shortstop, but right past Miklich into left field. Prater will hold up at second base. That's a good, clean base hit by Abe Alvarado that grounded it right through the hole, just out of Miklich's reach at shortstop.
And Taylor quickly removes the gear he had on because he's up.
And that's going to get a call. That's going to get a visit to the mound, as Orozco has been struggling a little bit here this evening in these first few innings. Colts up 7-0. We'll see if they're going to go to a pitching change. We'll watch what the coach says here. He may just be visiting and trying to settle this pitcher down. Colts have 2 runners on base. London Prater out at second base. Abe Alvarado at first base with that single he just got. And that is going to be a hook for Orozco. So, a mid-inning pitching change is a signal from the coach, is a sign of a pitching change. And the next time you need signs, banners, printed shirts, or other print materials, Eka Signs is the local printer to call. 817-617-2229 is the number. And tell them Zap sent you. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is right after this commercial break. This is
Taqueria Taco
Baseball on
Express
Zap,
is now the
presented by
official
Tom Hayes.
taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 and Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Okay, this is...
Looks like it's over. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess. We got a new second baseman, but I don't know who it is.
Okay. And we're back.
Welcome back to live action as we have a pitching change here for the Haltom Buffaloes here in the top of the 4th inning. With 2 outs in the inning, Orozco was pulled by his coach and replaced by number 1, Orlando Reyes. Reyes was playing second base for the Buffaloes. And we're going to try and see who has taken over second base duties for the Buffaloes. It's hard for us to see from this far. Number 12, it looks like it was a straight switch. Or is it 12 or 21? Let me look here. We'll try and pick it up here. No, I can't see it. Another great Haltom player is playing second base.
That's right.
And he's got his back to us, and we just can't quite see who it is. So we'll see. But we do know the pitcher is Orlando Reyes, who was playing second base. Umpire calls ready for the batter. Coach Womack sends him back to the plate to take up his position in the right-handed batting box. Reset the field here. We've got London Prater out at second, Ave Alvarado at first, 2 outs in the inning, and JT stepping into the plate. Colts have put a run on the board every inning so far this game, as they haven't quite done that here yet. So let's see if we can get one. First pitch to Taylor is high for ball 1. Got a runner in scoring position out there in Prater. There are 2 outs in the inning. Next pitch to Taylor is called a strike. Looked like that curveball came in at JT's chin. Nevertheless, the man at the plate says it's a strike, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike to JT. Next delivery is high and inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jeremiah Taylor. Jeremiah struck out and flew to the shortstop in his first 2 appearances, as Bustamante did in the top of the 4th. Want to see him straighten it out. Bustamante did score, so we have a runner across in this inning. Next pitch is a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike to Jeremiah Taylor. Hitter's count coming up here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and first. See if we can get that duck on the pond out at second. Oh, Miklich playing with London out there. And this one's hit long and far, but foul. Jeremiah Taylor jumped out in front of that one just a little bit, but he got every bit of it, didn't he?
He sure did. He had the distance.
We have seen Taylor hit for power, hitting a couple of balls off the fence so far this season. Hasn't quite eked one out of the park yet, but that one sure could have if it had been a little bit straighter. 3-2 pitch, called strike 3. Taylor goes down looking after that long hit. That is finally the 3rd out of the inning for the Buffaloes. That'll take us to a commercial break. In between innings, this is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Taqueria Taco Express is now the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 and Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com.
We're in the bag.
No, I don't like those. My binoculars are in here.
Okay. I was going to offer to get them, but I wouldn't have been able to see.
No.
If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage, or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Batting order, too, because Orozco's out. I don't know where he's going to fit in the batting order. If they make him a DH or what.
Time to come back.
All right.
Go.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Arlington 7, Haltom 0. The Colts have scored a run in every inning. 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, 3 in the third, 1 run in the 4th inning. And Danny Bustamante coming on for his 4th inning of work here this evening. Buffaloes will be bringing their 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate. Damian Bates, the center fielder, leading off. Ethan Salinas, the third baseman, on deck. And Orlando Reyes is in the hole to begin this bottom of the 4th inning. They did make a change in that last inning, and this is looking like the change. This is actually number 35. My bad. Top of the order is where we should be, and this is Miklich. Miklich takes the ball. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Miklich leading off. Mesa on deck. Orozco should be in the hole. We'll see if he bats for himself and maybe changes around the DH spot. Miklich fouls that one off. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Two balls, 2 strikes to Miklich. The Buffaloes have been up and down 1, 2, 3 in the first 3 innings, so that's why we're back to Miklich at the top of the order. Swung on and missed for a swinging strike 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts for Bustamante on the evening. And that'll bring up the catcher, Enrique Mesa, to the plate. He's a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. Bustamante winds and deals. That one's fouled off behind the first base dugout, strike 1.
You know, Pops, I think this is probably the tallest high school catcher I've ever seen.
He's a tall drink of water for sure. That one's way below his knees as it kind of bounces into the plate for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Enrique Mesa. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on and tipped into Taylor's glove for strike 2. Taylor, one of the best defensive catchers in the district, doing a good job hanging on to those foul-tipped balls. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mesa. Swung on and missed for another strikeout. Oh my goodness. That's 9 strikeouts on the evening. 2 outs in the inning now, and that brings up number 21, Gavin Orozco, who is no longer pitching, but playing somewhere in their field. We'll try and catch where he comes in the next transition. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on. The first pitch to Orozco is a called strike 1. Should he get the opportunity, Damian Bates taking some swings in the on-deck circle for the Buffs. The second pitch is a called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Gavin Orozco. The 0-2 delivery. Called strike 3 for another backwards K for Danny Bustamante. That's 10 strikeouts on the evening, folks. Count them, 10 strikeouts. We're going to go rest a little bit in between innings. Take this commercial break. This is High School Baseball on Zap, presented by John Wade Roofing.
If you're like me and need printed materials to get your brand out there to the community, then you need Eka Signs. Conveniently located in central Arlington, Eka features a wide selection of shirts, hats, banners, yard signs, acrylics, magnets for your car, magnets for your fridge, tumblers, A-frames, and more. Call Eka at 817-617-2229 for more information and tell them Zap sent you.
Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to hear Zach talk about things beyond the realm of sport, catch him with me, Ben Hart, on the Intergalactic Peace Coalition podcast. For nearly a decade, we've been geeking out on IPC about our favorite nerdy things. We have a back catalog of over 350 episodes diving into sci-fi and fantasy stories like no one else. Find the Intergalactic Peace Coalition at ipcpodcast.podbean.com or download via your favorite podcast app.
Welcome back to the top of the 5th inning here from Haltom City, the campus of Haltom High School, home of the Haltom Buffaloes. Arlington up 7-0, headed to their half of the 5th inning. Coming up to bat, the 7, 8, 9 batters for the Colts. Hayden White leading off. Gannon Howard on deck and Yair Gomez in the hole. Reyes' first pitch is a called strike 1. Next delivery, the 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled behind the plate. It's 0-2 on Hayden White. White struck out and got on base due to a fielder's choice in his first 2 at-bats. Catcher wants to go out and talk to his pitcher, as they haven't had much opportunity to work together so far this evening. Finally found out who the second baseman is. Orlando Reyes went to left field, and Castro is playing second base. As this ball is going to be fouled to the right side, catcher's going to give chase, but it's going to fall just in front of the Buffaloes dugout. So Daniel Castro now playing second base. And the former pitcher, Orozco, is in left field. Count at the plate is 0-2 on the leadoff batter here in the 5th inning, Hayden White. The 0-2 delivery from Reyes down in the dirt for ball 1. Ready for the 1-2 delivery from Reyes. He winds and he delivers. Swung on and hit to the third base side. It's snagged by Salinas, thrown all the way across the diamond, but it gets away at first base. Another poor throw from the third baseman gets away from Arriaga at first, and Hayden White is going to be on, and I'm going to have to award an E5 on that one to the third baseman on an errant throw. Nevertheless, Hayden White is on base as the leadoff runner here for the Colts, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Gannon Howard. Gannon hit a long triple off the base of the wall in his first at-bat and a single last at-bat. Good night at the plate for Gannon Howard. Reyes' first delivery is swung on and bunted to the left side. Reyes picks it up, throws it to first base. It's the only place he can go. It's a clean throw, and the sac bunt works to move Hayden White over to second base and get into scoring position. That's a 1-3 put out on the sac bunt. Executed perfectly there. And now there's one out in the inning, and that brings up the number 9 hole hitter, Yair Gomez, the left fielder for the Colts tonight. Gomez is grounded out to third and second in his first 2 at-bats tonight. One out in the inning and a runner at second in scoring position. It's become a tradition tonight to score a run in every inning. That ball is hit sharply to Castro, who gets it to first cleanly and pushes the runner along. But that is the second out. And that'll take us back to the top of the inning in Danny Bustamante. The 4-3 put out brings the second out, but pushes the runner White over to third. 90 feet away, and Bustamante up to bat, who had a huge double off the left center field wall in his last at bat. Should he get the opportunity, Mason Hensley taking some swings in the on-deck circle. Reyes comes set and delivers home. That ball is inside for ball 1. That pitch to Bustamante is a called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Colts pitcher for the evening, Danny Bustamante. Another called strike on Busta. Count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bustamante at third, getting a moderate lead over there, not being held on. That pitch is swung on and swung through for a strikeout and the third out of the inning. That takes us to the middle of the 5th inning, and we'd like to remind you that the 5th inning stretch is presented by Taqueria Taco Express. Featuring a wide, authentic menu, Taco Express can solve any Mexican food craving. Order online to collect points for free food or get 5 tacos and a large agua fresca on Taco Tuesdays for just $10. That'll take us to commercial. We want to remind you, this is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Las albercas en Texas necesitan servicios durante todo el año. Romy Pools brinda servicios de calidad, incluyendo limpieza, mantenimiento y reparaciones. Llama al número 469-951-0107 para una consulta gratuita y pregunta por Roberto. Romy Pools, haremos que te enamores de tu alberca de nuevo.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
Welcome back, fans, to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Buffalo half of the 5th inning still looking to put a run on the board. It's 7-0 Arlington. Danny Bustamante has 10 strikeouts to his credit so far. And thus far, he has set the Buffaloes up and down 1, 2, 3 in every inning that they have faced him. Heading into the 5th inning, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hole batters up to the plate. Damian Bates will be leading off. Ethan Salinas is in the hole, and Orlando Reyes should be in the hole for the Buffaloes. First ball is hit to right center field. It's the the center fielder calling him off. Gannon Howard strolls over and makes the F8 as there's good communication out there. Hayden White was fading back. London Prater was charging in. And Gannon Howard had to move to his left coming towards the infield pretty hard. And it was Howard who took charge and took care of that fly ball. So 1 out in the inning now. That leads us to Ethan Salinas. First pitch to Ethan is a called strike 1. Salinas struck out his first and only time at bat this evening. That curveball catches the zone. Called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Salinas. The 0-2 delivery. Down in the dirt. Ball 1. Salinas playing third base for the Buffaloes tonight has had some difficulty getting the ball all the way across the infield. As Salinas stands there and looks at a called strike 3 from Danny Bustamante. Strikeout number 11 on the evening for the Arlington hurler. That'll bring up number 1, Orlando Reyes, the current pitcher for the Buffaloes. Reyes flew to right field his first at bat. 2 outs in the inning. First pitch skips in, and it's ball 1. Bustamante looks for the sign, winds and delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the new pitcher, Orlando Reyes. Oh, 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit to the left side. Hensley gobbles it up, throws it to win, and that's another 1, 2, 3 inning for your Colts on the 6-3 putout. Another 1, 2, 3 inning for Bustamante. We'll step aside and take a little break. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing.
Hey Arlington residents, if you're like me and tired of rising insurance rates, then it's time to make the switch to Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services. Since 1984, they've been your trusted local insurance experts, offering competitive quotes for all your needs. Auto, homeowners, umbrella, renters, boats, and even classic cars. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Compare coverages today and see how much you can save by visiting chapman-cornelius.com. Chapman Cornelius, your local insurance partner since 1984.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Extraordinaria y auténtica comida mexicana, aquí encontrarás el mejor menú para el paladar más exigente. Puedes visitarlos en una de sus 3 sucursales ubicadas en Arlington y en Green Prairie. No te pierdas de su grandioso especial todos los martes, Taco Tuesday, de 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrarnos o hacer un pedido, visítalos a su página web taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Welcome back, fans, to the top of the 6th inning. Colts are looking to add to their 7-0 lead as the 2, 3, 4 batters will stroll to the plate to lead off. Mason Hensley, the shortstop, leading off. Matthew Wynn on deck. London Prater in the hole for your Colts.
Sorry, folks.
Orlando Reyes on for his second full inning of work. His first pitch to Hensley. Ball 1. We're watching the umpire for his strike motion, and he just stood still, so it had to be a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball that fades inside on Hensley. 2 balls and no strikes. Hensley scored 2 of the 7 runs tonight, got a base hit in the 3rd inning, and scored a run. Grounded out to second his last time out. That ball is hit right into the Buffalo dugout for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike on the leadoff batter in the top of the 6th inning, Mason Hensley. The 2-1 delivery, swung on and missed for strike 2. Foul tip straight into the glove of Meza. Next delivery is high for ball 3. 3 and 2. Ball 3, 2 strikes. Full count to Mason Hensley, the leadoff batter here in the 6th. Swung on and missed for a strikeout. 1 out in the inning. That'll bring up Matthew Wynn. Matthew has a base hit and scored a run in the 3rd inning to his credit this evening. A couple of long hits that go foul. We've been looking for him to straighten those out. London Prater on deck. First pitch is a chin music for Matthew Wynn. Has to duck and spin out of the way on that one. Why is there a strike on the board? The scoreboard is wrong. There's a long hit to right field. It's way up in the air, and the right fielder is circling under it. And despite battling the wind, Matthew Wynn is out to the right fielder on an F9 for the 2nd out. That'll bring up London Prater, Colts right fielder for the night. London has scored 2 of the 7 runs tonight. Got a double and a long double off the bottom of the wall in the first at bat. Reyes' first pitch is a ball inside. Reyes set for the 1-0 delivery. In there for a called strike 1. Right at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to London Prater. Should he get the opportunity, Abe Alvarado taking some cuts in the on-deck circle. That curveball sails high and never breaks for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to London Prater. Reyes 2-1 pitch. Swung on a long hit down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's gone. Let's watch it. Home run! That ball is out of here! London Prater with a shot over the left field wall, and the Colts put another run on the board, but Prater goes yard! What a powerful hit for London Prater. You hear the big boom and the jubilation in the Colt dugout on our ambient mic. What a hit. That'll bring up Abe Alvarado with 2 outs in the inning. First pitch to him is low and outside for ball 1. So Prater with a 2-bagger and a 4-bagger to his credit here this evening at Buffalo Field. That ball is hit. That's a rocket to left field. If it's flying up, it's gone. It's gone. Back-to-back home runs for your Colts as Abe Alvarado launches a moonshot. And we got a full moon here, folks. He hits a moonshot over the left field fence. And your Colts go up 9-0. As Abe Alvarado steps across the plate, big grin on his face as he greets his team. We'll let you hear the big boom by the whole team as they greet him back into their dugout. 2 long moonshots for your Colts here in the top of the 6th inning. London Prater goes yard. Abe Alvarado goes yard. Back to back. Nine to 0. Your Colts are up here, plating 2 home runs back to back here in the top of the 6th inning. Reyes ready. His next delivery is low for ball 1. We have a substitute for Taylor at the plate right now in Axel Alvarado. Number 5, Axel Alvarado at the plate in Jeremiah Taylor's spot. One ball, 1 strike pitch to Axel. Outside, ball 2. Hayden White on deck for the Colts after Axel gets his shot here. 2 outs in the inning, but 2 home runs back-to-back here with 2 outs. Outside, outside. Ball 3 to Axel Alvarado in his first appearance this evening.
Well, this is going to have to bring it here.
Oh, yeah. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count to Axel. And that one is called a strike. It's a little bit higher in this umpire strike zone right across the letters. Colts have Arlington in script letters across their chest on this black uniform with green pinstripes. The payoff pitch. High for a ball 4 as Axel takes the base on balls. 2-out rally here going for the Colts. We'll bring up second baseman Hayden White. Hayden got on base with an E5 last at bat and has been on base with a fielder's choice. So he's putting the bat on the ball tonight and getting on base. Reyes gets set for his first pitch to White. The umpire says he did offer it that. He tried to check his swing. The umpire called it a strike as he thought he swung through that one. No balls and 1 strike. If you can hear it, the dugout has done the tomahawk chop very softly. And that ball's hit into right field. It's going to be cut off in right field by Nelson and brought back to the infield, but not before Axel Alvarado is going to steam all the way around second and steam into third base, standing up on that base hit from Hayden White. Colts have runners at the corners now. Axel Alvarado at third, Hayden White at first, and that'll bring up another pitching change. As I looked up to see who was coming up to bat, the coach comes out with the hook. So Reyes night looks like it'll be done. We're going to wait just a second and make sure that that coach has actually made a call to the bullpen. Here comes the next pitcher. So a new pitcher on the mound during this break is a sign of change. The next time you need signs, banners, printed shirts, or other materials, Eka Signs is the local printer to call. 817-617-2229 is the number, and tell them Zap sent you. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is right after this short break.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Romy Pools, LLC, We provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107
8.
for a free estimate and ask for Roberto.
Pitcher.
Rami
Yeah, the
Pools
pitcher was number
LLC.
1.
We're gonna make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
3 is the pitcher.
Time to come back. You ready?
Nope. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And we're back as the Buffaloes warm up their next pitcher, number 3. And Pops is looking for his name for us.
Number 3 in the Buffaloes batting order is Jose Arriaga. The first baseman will be coming over to the mound. So we're going to be taking a look down at first base to see who's going to be taking Arriaga's place. But everybody's standing behind the mound right now, and so it's difficult to say who's going to go over there. We'll find out in just a minute. The Colts have spotted 9 runs on the board tonight. 2 home runs in this inning, back to back. London Prater hit a moonshot out to left field with 2 outs in the inning. Abe Alvarado followed him up with another rocket over that left field fence. And since then, Axel Alvarado has gotten a walk and been pushed all the way to third. And Hayden White just got a base hit that ended the evening for Orlando Reyes on the mound. As I said earlier, Jose Arriaga, the former first baseman, is now warming up. And we're going to keep our eye down there at first base and see who will be coming in to take first base. We've got a player over there right now. Let me look down there and see if I can find a number. The numbers on the front of their jerseys are kind of wrinkled up here. Number 10 moves over to first base. So Castro moves over to first. We'll look out at second base and see if we can find out who's out there. That looks like the former pitcher, Reyes, back in his original position at second base. Passed ball at the plate, and the runner from first will get to second. Hayden White takes advantage of the ball, getting away from the catcher Meza. And now Colts have 2 runners aboard and 2 outs in the inning. And the batter at the plate, Gannon Howard. Howard, with already having a big night with a triple and a base hit to his credit, has gone 2 for 3 in his appearances at the plate. The 1-0 pitch, a little bit low for ball 1. Well, I'm sorry, ball 2. That was the first pass ball was ball 1. 2 balls, no strikes to Gannon Howard. Sam Harper taking some on-deck cuts now. Probably going to come in left field for Yadier Gomez, but he's going to get a bat. Low for ball 3 to the current batter, Gannon Howard.
I think he's going to lay off at this one. What do you think, Pops?
Yep, with a 3-0 count and a new pitcher struggling to find that zone, he's going to make him come to the plate. And there it is for a called strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Gannon Howard. 2 outs in the inning, 2 runners on, second and third. Looking for another one of those clutch hits here. Arriaga comes home and gets a called strike. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners will be going here with 2 outs. The payoff pitch to Howard. The umpire awards him first base. The bases are now full of Colts. So Howard takes it first base. Hayden White stays at second. Axel Alvarado over at third. And we've got a new batter coming in Sam Howard. Sorry.
That's our son-in-law.
That is our son-in-law, Sam Harper. Sorry, Sam. Well, we got a Chris Howard coaching and a son-in-law named Sam Howard. And this is Sam Harper. And the first pitch to him is a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Sam Harper. Bustamante on deck should he get the opportunity here with 2 outs. That pitch a little bit high, ball 1 to Harper. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases full of Colts here. In the top of the 6th inning, Arlington up 9-0. The 1-1 pitch from Arriaga. Low and outside, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Arriaga working from the windup. The delivery. Low for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. We got a hitter's count to Sam Harper, batting in the place of Yadir Gomez here in the 9-hole. Top of the order waiting on deck. The 3-1 delivery. Down low. Sam Harper with a walked-in RBI as the Colts plate a 10th run here in this ball game as Axel Alvarado crosses the plate. That does take us to the top of the inning, top of the order here in Danny Bustamante. Colts have already plated 4 runs on 2 huge monster home runs, and then the new pitcher Arriaga just walked in a run. Colts batting around with Bustamante at the plate. First pitch to him is a ball. Mason Hensley on deck taking some cuts. The 1-0 pitch swung on and popped in the air. There is no infield fly rule because there's 2 outs. The shortstop is under it, and he does finally make the catch to put the Colts to bed in this top of the 6th inning with the F6. But not before the Colts plate 3 runs on 2 huge home runs to put the Colts up 10-0. We're heading to the Buffaloes' half of the inning. This is high school baseball on ZAP, presented by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back.
Local Legends Figures immortalizes your athlete's achievements for a lifetime. Featuring 6-inch figures with poses in football, baseball, band, hockey, even lacrosse. Local Legends makes every effort to show their likeness down to every possible uniform detail. To order your custom figure, call 817-681-0319 or email orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
There's also some extras down here, alts that you could go to if you wanted to. Why don't you do that and do one of the big guys?
Wade.
Yeah, Wade 3 is good because they're about ready.
I want to do shout-outs on the...
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
I'm going to do a broad recap.
Okay, let me shout out real quick. And we're back to Buffalo Field, waiting for the bottom of the 6th inning. Wanted to give a quick shout out to our friends in the chat, to Tia Norma, to Kristen Crocker, and Donna Nipper. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat tonight, for joining us on YouTube for this first game of the season.
Thanks, Mom.
District.
Thanks, Mom. Just to recap the action so far. In the first inning, the Buffaloes went up and down, 1, 2, 3. Second inning, up and down, 1, 2, 3. Third inning, went up and down, 1, 2, 3. Fourth inning, up and down, 1, 2, 3. Fifth inning, up and down, 1, 2, 3. We're going into the bottom of the 6th inning. The score is Arlington 10, Haltom 0. Danny Bustamante on the mound for his 6th inning of work. His first pitch to Nelson is swung on and dribbled down the third baseline foul. Abe Alvarado comes in and gets it back to his pitcher. Nelson has struck out his only time at bat so far this evening. 0-1 pitch from Busta. In the dirt and bounces off the chest plate of Jeremiah Taylor, who's had a little respite at the plate, and now he's got his gear back on and is behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike on Landon Nelson. On 1 pitch coming in. Swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Landon Nelson, the number 7-hole hitter for the Buffaloes. The pitcher, Arriaga, on deck. Matthew Turner in the hole. And that's a called strike 3. Landon Nelson caught looking for the first out of the 6th inning. Bustamante scores his 12th strikeout on the evening, and that'll bring up his current counterpart, the third pitcher of the inning for the Buffaloes, Jose Arriaga. First delivery, called strike one. Bustamante winds and deals the 0-1 pitch. Curveball that catches the inside corner, strike two. The 0-2 delivery by Bustamante. Swung on and missed. Jeremiah Taylor tags him out. And that's a second strikeout here in the 6th inning. That's 13, lucky 13 strikeouts on the evening for Bustamante. The Colts are ahead 10-0 here in the 6th inning. We could be looking at a run rule. 2 outs. Swung on and missed for strike one to Matthew Turner. Matthew Turner struck out his first time at bat this evening. The 0-1 pitch from Busta. Down in the dirt, ball one. Thirteen strikeouts on the night. 10-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. You draw your conclusions, fans. The 1-1 pitch. A little bit high for ball two. Ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike. Busta's 2-1 delivery. Swung on his sky to the right side. Second baseman White catches it. And folks, we have history. History at Haltom. Danny Bustamante has just pitched a no-hit, no-run, no-walk shutout. A perfect game for Danny Bustamante as your Colts win in a run rule in 6 innings. We weren't going to talk about it because we weren't going to invoke the announcer's jinx. But your pitcher, Danny Bustamante, number 4, with a no here at Buffalo Field. No runs, no hits, no walk. Perfect game for Danny Bustamante. What a game. This had it all. He was close on Thursday night, playing Boswell. He went no through 4 innings. But tonight he gets the no run, no walk, no hit shutout here to open district action here at Haltom Buffalo Field. What a ball game. Congratulations, Zump. You get to call a historic ball game. That was fun. Just taking the umpires. He's walking away. But, man, I can't get enough jive out of this. Is so awesome. Jeremiah Taylor's dad just come over and give me a high 10. I mean, this is better than a high 5. No. Perfect game for Danny Bustamante. 13 strikeouts and a pop-up to end the inning that Hayden White brought in to put the Buffaloes up to bed tonight. Wow, what a ball game. We're going to try and bring it into the booth here.
Uh-oh. That's not working.
Well, you know what? My camera froze. My in-house camera froze. So we're going to just talk you through this historic moment. My goodness, I kept trying to hint at what was going on. I hope you caught my hints. But 1, 2, 3 in the first inning with 2 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3 in the second inning with 2 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3 in the third inning with 3 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3 in the fourth inning with 3 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3 in the fifth inning with 1 strikeout, a fly out, and a ground out to short. And in the historic 6th inning, the final out put in the books by Hayden White, the F4 and 2 strikeouts. Danny Bustamante notches a perfect game for the Colts. What do you think about that, Mom?
I'm so excited to get to be here tonight and be a part of this, watching how successful Danny was on the mound and watching the Colts swing those bats and pound 2 of them over the fence. And it was just a great night for Colt baseball. We've watched them learn through the tournament season and didn't always walk away with the wins, but they were strong. And they showed tonight that they have it for this district. And especially knowing that Haltom had such a good record in tournament play before district, that makes this one even more special.
Absolutely. Great point there. Haltom came into the game with 10 wins and 4 losses in the non-district action, and they looked really strong coming in with some returning players and some players committed to the next level. But, man, the Colts scored in every inning tonight. And I can't say enough about the defense through Danny Bustamante because he was in absolute control the whole inning. But the offense was just outstanding tonight. Runners in scoring position being batted in. Home runs. 2 runs in the first inning, a run in the second, 3 runs in the third, a run in the fourth. The Colts just scored, and scored all night. The only inning they didn't score a run was the 5th. And then the 6th, with 2 outs, they busted it open with a London Prater moonshot over the left field fence and followed up immediately by Abe Alvarado launching his first home run of the season over the left field fence. A walk and a run scored by Axel Alvarado, subbing in for Taylor at bat. And then the Colts just put 10 runs on the board to stretch that gap out there to where they made it a 10-run rule inning. And oh, man, I can't even get my name straight anymore. Bustamante with the perfect game. How many times do you get to see a perfect game in high school baseball? And now we get to see one. Just amazing. Wow, I got to catch my breath.
Well, this was a fun one for me to be the first time on the headset, and I'm just really excited to be a part of this. We're getting parents coming by and saying good call because they listened to us on YouTube, and we're just so happy for this Colt team and the success that they have had this evening.
It's just great. So we look forward now to Friday night when the Buffaloes come to Colt Field for the opening home game of our district action. And we will look for you on Zap that night. Zach and I will be on the call at Colt Field Friday night. We'll also have the Bowie away game, so you can tune into either or. But we're looking forward to seeing you at Colt Field. If you can't make it, share that link and share this link. This link is going to be up for another 2 days. Tell people about this game and come back and listen to it because it was a masterpiece. It was a perfect game by Danny Bustamante and the Colts with a ton of run support. Your final from Haltom Field, 10 for Arlington, 0 for Haltom. Mom, any final thoughts as we get ready to close it out here?
I'm just
speechless.
Yeah.
It's great. Well, we're gonna let you go. We want to just give one more shout out. This is the John Wade Roofing post-game show. John Sr. played for Arlington High and was team MVP in 1976. He also played for TCU and UTA football, earning all conference and conference champion honors. After a stint with the Houston Oilers, he started roofing in 1982 and never looked back. His legacy on the gridiron is now matched by the legacy the company has built in the community for over 40 years. The next time you have roofing needs or gutters, painting, solar, or more, call the family that does more at 817-265-5520. That's it from Haltom Field, folks. We'll see you on Friday night. Take care, everyone.